Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Luigi's Mansion. In the last episode, we cleared Area 1, and so in this episode, we're going to go over to our next area now that we got the heart-shaped key, and you can see closely that that is a heart-shaped door. So you put two and two together, then that means, yep, obviously enough, that's the gate that we need, or the door, so they connect very well. So let's go ahead inside. This will take us over to the, well, the main hallway of the first floor. I mean, you know, right here in the first floor, but I mean, ironically enough, though, the very first area was in the second floor, though. But now we're just going to go ahead and explore the first floor. So that's just our next area. So, I never got to mention this at all, but usually whenever you enter a new area, it always starts off as being quite dark, and Luigi uses flashlight. So, it's like once you actually clear an area, then all the lights will go back on, and oh yeah, there's more ghosts to encounter. These would be just a heart ghosts. They'll come right at you, but they always spray out hearts though. So they're, you know, if you ever get low on health, then you know just always look out for them. But yeah, once all the rooms light up, then that means you're good to go. There are going to be no ghosts, and so the room's all cleared. But if it's dark and Luigi's using his flashlight, then that means there's trouble afoot. Now we're here in the break room though. I know we're not really supposed to go in there just yet though, but I do want to go down there real quick because there is a speed ghost in here, and so I think I was able to capture the speed ghost though. I mean, I know I captured one of them at least, so let's go and see here. And then aha, yes, there we go. All right, I did it. I caught the speed ghost, and so yeah, usually when you catch a speed ghost, not only do you get like a shit ton of cash or a shit ton of money, you also get one of those gems, and we just got a sapphire. So so yeah, if you ever get these little gems here, depending on what they are, then you know they actually give you like they basically increase your overall money count, because you know it really does go well with you know the whole ranking system, because you know like I said, whichever the amount of money that you get, and if you get like you know I think you need to get at least like over 100 million at least. I think it's over 100 million, and then that's when you get the best ranking. The maximum that you can get is, I believe, about 150 million, I think. Oh, and there's a gold mouse. All right, so whenever you see a gold mouse, you want to make sure to catch it right then and there, though, because that'll also give you a lot of coins and a lot of the dough. So yeah, I got lucky enough to see this one here. I think they're very rare, though. I mean, I don't exactly remember how common they can be, though. But you know, but if you ever see one, then you know, make sure to catch it. Another thing to mention, though, is that you know, since I was talking about the dark rooms, or you know, or light rooms, so whenever each of the rooms light up, then you know you actually hear Luigi whistling the main tune of the Luigi's Mansion theme. So you know, if he's just whistling, that means that you know the room's all cleared, you know, all the lights are on, and so it's safe. There are no ghosts. But you know, once you go into the dark rooms, and then the overall light motif plays, and then Luigi actually just hum the tune as well. So these guys are here. These are called the Grabby Ghosts. I don't like their names, honestly. Grabby Ghosts? That sounds so disturbing. Oh, there you go. Looks like you've run a bit of trouble there. Maybe you need more training. There are some ghosts who will try to grab and hold you. So, yes. Yeah, those Grabby Ghosts, to kind of talk about that, he's kind of explaining, right, you're trying to steal my thunder, aren't you? But those Grabby Ghosts, like, they don't really hurt you, though, but whenever they grab you, they'll actually try to impede your progress or your sucking motion. So, so what you have to do is that you just have to push left or right on the control stick rapidly, and then that'll just say, and you'll be free from them. So, so yeah, but they're harmless though. But you will be encountering some variants later on in the game, some different color ones that actually do harm you. So, you do want to keep in mind at the very least. But there's that key that we need right here. So, a good thing we grab that here. Now, I do want to say though, you know, with the whole area being dark though, actually, you know, this is actually kind of ambient at the very least though. I mean, it makes sense though because you know. Because I mean, it's supposed to be some kind of a, like, you know, survival horror kind of game, though. I mean, not so much like, you know, playing the horror genre per se, though. I mean, it does at least, you know, shock you, but not like in a you know, in a very, you know, ominously scary kind of thing. But yeah, I know it's like perpetually dark, and actually even darker here in this video though, because I do want to say though, like, you know, as you can see, my video quality doesn't look that great though, and I'm sure you're probably wondering that, you know, well, Luigi's Mansion is getting an NSO release, so I mean, you could just play that instead. Well, the NSO on the for the GameCube app on the for the Switch too. But you know, considering the fact that the game hasn't been released from there yet, then you know, I didn't really want to keep you guys waiting so long though. Then yeah, I'm basically just you know having to play the original RAW version on my GameCube console. So that's why the quality doesn't look that great, though. I also still don't have enough scaler on me. You know, if I actually did have one, then then the video quality will look better, or, you know, maybe on the NSO, then it'll look, you know, very crisp, very clear. But, you know, I didn't want to keep you guys waiting too long, though, and I was actually want to play the game right then and there. So, yeah, that's why. So, I do apologize for that, though. I do want to try to get myself an upscaler at some point, though, so... Anyway, so these guys right here, they're, well, they're supposed to be the shy guys of this game, though, considering, you know, because of, you know, their designs in the mask. I think they're just called the ghost guys, and not so much like the shy guys. They will try to attack you with their pitchforks, you know, kind of like an angry mob. But what you do is that, you basically have to suck on the mask first, and then that way there you'll be able to have their hearts exposed. Because while they have the mask on, then, you know, they're basically immune to Luigi's flashlight, though. So just suck on the mask first, and then suck them up. Also, sometimes you're lucky, you can actually be able to catch up or suck up 2 ghosts at the same time. Because, you know, it actually takes, you know, some sort of skill or something like that, though. Because usually I would just, you know, suck up 1 at a time. But, you know, sometimes you get 2 if you're lucky enough, so that's actually cool. Now, this is the next portrait ghost here, this dancing couple. These are the floating Whirlindas. So you can see me. Well, that may be, but you'll never find my weakness. Alright, so basically what it is, you have to wait until... Oh, yeah, see, like that there. That's how you suck them up. So, yeah, the floating Whirlindas, they will actually start to dance together, though. But once they start to take a bow, then they will have their heart exposed. And so, that'll be a chance to suck them up. And, yeah, another poison mushroom. Yeah, you want to be careful, you know, as you're continuously sucking the portrait dose, sometimes they'll actually just go ahead and bring out the poison mushroom. Like that right there. So that's one thing that you really do want to be careful with, you know, especially having the poison mushroom, because, you know, Luigi will shrink down and he will do absolutely nothing, and also his voice will get a little higher pitch too. So, like, for instance, you know, you just call him Mario, you go say Mario, you know, in a very very high pitched squeak there. So anyway, so that's our next key, and so just head over to the next room here. But yeah, I'm just you know, just going around and you know, just getting a bunch of the money, which I gotta say, you know, I'm getting real lucky in this playthrough too, because, you know, with not only, well, I was only able to capture one of the speedy spirits, though, but I was able to see those gold mice, because, you know, again, they're very rare, and they will give you a lot of cash too. So, you know, just look out for them, and then that's how you and then that's just when you suck them up too. All right, so this here is the what was it? Oh yeah, storage room. I was about to say basement. I mean, it looks like a basement though, but it's not really a basement per se though. I mean, it's supposed to be like, you know, under the mansion. But yeah, that's the storage room, and this is also where you can find another speedy ghost. But first, I want to suck them up right here though, because they will try to well, they'll try to, you know, impede your progress as well. You're supposed to be in here. Oh yeah, these guys are here. So yeah, these grabby ghosts, those are the red ones. I do believe. Oh, damn it! There's a speedy spirit. Get back here! Get back here! Get back here, son of a bitch! Get back over here! Get back over here! Come on! Get over here! If I can just aim the flashlight. I know I'm actually sounding like as if I'm already playing the game though, but again, this is still post commentary, so I'm actually, you know, just taking extra here for the sake of it. Oh, god damn it! Okay, yeah. Yeah, that grabby ghost actually grabbed me there, so yeah. And also, yeah, what I was gonna mention is that those red variants, or the different color variants, those are the ones that actually will hurt you as they grab you. So you want to be careful with that, though. I kind of did take quite a bit of damage too. But yeah, I missed that the speed ghost, and so I also gotta say though, one kind of problem I do have with this game though is that usually whenever the ghosts come to scare Luigi, he'll actually just stop in place and get scared. And I know it makes a lot of sense though, because, you know, Luigi's supposed to be cowardly. And so he does, you know, he would get scared. So it's kind of a natural reaction to those ghosts scaring them, but or scaring him at least. But at the same time, though, it's, you know, it actually stops you from doing your progress. So, and, you know, I don't like it when it happens. And also when they hurt Luigi, then you'll just get knocked down, and it kind of takes a bit of time for him to get back on his feet and recover. So yeah, that's honestly what I don't like. So anyway, so yeah, there was a button on the other side. You know, you just have to look at that mirror and see where the button is, and so that's how you find out about it. And it says danger. So, oh, another button, a secret switch. Press it. Who wouldn't? So let's see what's going on here. Sort of strange fog out. Oh shit! What the?
Who's there? Who dares disturb our sleep? Oh, it's Luigi. Look, guys, Luigi's finally here. We're gonna do to you what we did to your brother, only worse. What's on his back? It's EGAT's Poltergeist 3000. Everybody scram!
Alright, so we have the Boos, and we also have the leader, which is King Boo. So there are the reasons why that Mario was captured.
Luigi, are you okay? That was them. Those were the ones who released all of the ghosts from the paintings in my gallery. Those fiends. I wonder where King Boo and his gang had gone. So they were hiding in the mansion all along. Thanks for flushing them out, Luigi. I'm tickled you found them, but perhaps it would have been better if you hadn't, well, let every single... Oh, yep, shit. God damn it. Sorry about that. Ah, well, water under the bridge. Anyway, you should probably come back to life for a sec. So yeah, we released the booze. We shouldn't have done it. Yeah, nice job breaking it, hero. Your brother must have been taken by that gang of booze. Poor feller. Oh, now don't talk crazy. They're not gonna eat the man. But what became of him, hmm? Odd that he hasn't come back. Common theory holds that boos grow in strength when they travel in numbers. They must somehow combine their powers, too. Their power likely overwhelmed your brother. If your aim is to save Mario, there's but one way to do it. Capture each boo and slowly weaken the group's power. But boos, as the name implies, like to hide and then jump out, to scare people. You've got your work cut out finding them. Hehehe, don't get all down in the mouth, my boy. That Game Boy Horror I gave you has a secret function. I knew it would come in handy one day, so I developed it secretly. I call it the Boo Radar. Alright, so we added the Boo Radar to the, to our Game Boy Horror, and so that definitely really helps when we're searching for the boos. So yeah, now we have a new objective, aside from exploring the mansion and finding Mario. Now we have boos to catch, and they are scattered around all over the mansion, and so... so I'll actually just go ahead and demonstrate once we do find one of the boos. But yeah, so now we know exactly why Mario went missing, and so why he hasn't come back. It's because of the boos. And so now we have our introduction to King Boo, who's surprise, well, spoiler warning, the main antagonist. So well, I mean, we figured as much though. So that was like an early reveal of him being the main antagonist. Which honestly though, I really do like the boos in this game though, because the boos, they have their real good quirks, some personality. Compared to like most of the Mario villains, though, and that's one thing I really do love about the Luigi's Mansion series. Just giving them a lot of personality and all that. They're distinct. The names and all that, and especially King Boo, because one thing, they're assholes. Aside from them being evil, they're also major assholes as well, and so they like to mock Luigi, and so it's kind of what's charming about this game. So. Anyway, so now we're gonna go ahead. So since we've already explored the previous rooms, the boos will actually appear in the rooms that we've already visited. And capture those other portrait ghosts. So basically, what we have to do is we're actually backtracking to search for the boos. And so once you're in the room, you'll see that the radar on the Game Boy Horror will start flashing yellow, and that means that the boo is in the room. And so whenever you get close, so yeah, there's one of them. This is Bamboo. And so whenever you see that the radar starts flashing red and in a very fast motion. That means you're actually getting close to the boo, and so what we have to do is either use the poltergust or just interact with the object, and then you'll see this flashing reticle, and then you'll see the boo will come out. And so whenever the boo comes out, then you have to hurry and quickly suck up the boo and then capture it. And so every time you do so, then that's when you save your progress. So it's not just the toads that actually save your progress. That's also another way to save the game or save your progress to catch the boos. So yeah, once you see them, and once you have them in your vicinity of of sucking them up, then the nozzle will automatically go right to them. So you don't really have to control them per se, though. Yeah, just make sure that you move the nozzle around with the C stick, and then just make sure you go right at them, and then they'll suck them up, or you'll be able to suck them up, and then it'll automatically just stay right in place. So. And so, yeah, that's how you do so. But you want to be careful. You want to be very quick about it, too, though, because the boos, they will actually disappear. Like, they will go to different walls in the room because they can actually float through walls. Or just disappear through the walls. Oh, shit, poison mushroom, get away from me. Yeah, they'll just float them. They'll actually appear in a different room. Now, you actually still be able to chase after them, though, and then try to catch them. And, continue to try again, or just continue to catch them until you've sucked them up, though. But sometimes they also go to a room in which you cannot access until you have the key, which means that you have to wait. You have to progress through first until you find the key, and then you'll be able to access the room. And then it can actually be as long as in the second half of the game as well. And that's what's really frustrating about it too. And that's actually one of the biggest biggest cock teases here. Speaking of cock teases, sometimes whenever you thought that you would actually reach the boo. Sometimes you actually get trapped here, so you get boo ball, like for instance here. So yeah, this boo ball actually come out, and so well, I mean, it's just just a troll, is what it is, though, because that's what they are. They're trolls. So you just suck them up here, and sometimes they'll send out bombs as well. So yeah, careful with those bombs, because they will hurt you, obviously. And so yeah, that's also another thing. Speaking of them being trollish, though, is that they were
it's not really so much they were sealed per se though, but apparently those boobs are actually hiding in the like down under where the where that hole was, and so they were sealed up. But they were actually hiding in there, and so basically they were waiting for Luigi to release them. Just to say, that's just the sake of trolling him, though. No other motivation whatsoever, because well, first they actually want to rub it in his face for the fact that they captured Mario, but also they want to just give him a spook, knowing that Luigi's scared of them, because they're dicks, they're assholes, and so they did it, just for that, just for the sake of being assholes, and so. Yeah, that's what it is, though. So it's just for the fact that you really want to defeat them because of that, or just or suck them up because of it. It gives you the motivation. So now some more things about the boos is that oh yeah, you can actually hear their laughter as well. So yeah, whenever you take too long to look for them, though, if you hear the laughter, then they actually change locations, and so you have to go to a different location to well in the same room to actually just go and find them. But yeah, once they come out, then that'll be your chance to suck them up. Now, as you can see on the counter, there are a total of 50 boos, and so you only need 40 boos to beat the game, though. That's just a requirement, but there are a total of 50 of them, though. So, as for the course, for this Let's Play, I'm actually going to be doing, I am of course going to be capturing all 50 of the boos, because like it's not really so much that I'd be doing 100% completion per se, though, because to get like a full 100% completion, though, you have to make sure you get the highest ranking. For the amount of money that you get for this game, though. But I'm not exactly gonna do that though, because I don't think it's very much of a guarantee for me at the very least to get all like at least over 150 million for the cash though. So, but I at least want to collect as many of the cash as possible though, and see what my ranking is though. But that's what my goal is for this Let's Play, is that that I want to make sure to get all 50 of the boos before I beat the game. Yeah, like I said, you're only required 40 boos to actually beat the game, though. But but I'm making this my goal for this Let's Play is to just make sure I get all 50 of the boos. And so yeah, like I said, they're scattered all over the mansion. Some of them you won't really reach until after you until like some certain points of the game. So now we got 5 boos so far. And so usually, right now we're just backtracking to the previous rooms that we've already visited just for finding the boos, because that's where they are. But usually, whenever you enter a new room, and then after you've either cleared off all the ghosts that were in there, or after you've captured each of the portrait ghosts, then that's when your radar or the radar will start flashing, and so that's when the boo will start to appear, and then that's where you have to look for them, though. So that's usually what it is when it comes to finding the boo. So that's basically all there is. So anyway, so Professor Egad just told us to that we have to go to the washroom for something, which is actually somewhere in the first floor. But first, I want to finish this up there, because we're almost done with this video. But I actually want to finish this up by going back over to the nursery where Chauncey was, and then just find that boo. Speaking of Chauncey, I actually looked this up again. I can't believe I forgot about this though. Chauncey really didn't so much as die though. Instead, he was actually born as a ghost. So, I mean, it would have been sad otherwise if it was true that they died as a baby, though. But no, he was actually born as a ghost. So yeah, that was it. But, I mean, still disturbing anyway. But yeah, so that's basically the whole gist of when it comes to capturing the boos and all that there. So yeah, that's basically what we had to do. King Boo is, of course, their leader. But, that's actually just, he's actually the final boss. Spoiler warning, though. But obviously it would be, though. So, so yeah, that's actually all there is, though. But yeah, that's the whole gist of capturing the boos. So yeah, in addition to, so yeah, that's just our other objective to do is, just catch all the boos. Well, just 40 of them at least, so, but I'm still going to capture them, so, or all of them, so. Anyway, so that should do it for this video here. So next time on Let's Play Luigi's Mansion, we're going to, well, of course, continue to explore the first floor and, find more portrait ghosts and boos in the process. So I will see you guys next time.